Good morning, fellas. Welcome to Getting Shredded and Getting Shredded successfully, as it were, because I just hit a new lowest weigh-in. Today, we hit, can you see the latest entry? 90.5. And yesterday it was 90.8, day before was 90.8, day before that was 92.2, day before that was 91.2, day before that was 92, etc, etc. It's just on a steady decline. Sometimes your weight is gonna creep up, so there was a day where my weight just shot up by 1 kilo. Happens, just happens. And then eventually your body will just go and drop like 2 kilos for no reason. It's just how it works. Like on whether you're bulking or you're cutting, sometimes it's just gonna happen that one day, say you weigh 90 kilos, and you're in a deficit, and you know you're in a deficit, and then it suddenly goes 91.5, and you're like, what the hell, what are my efforts going to? And then the next day you go 90.5, and then the next day you go 88.7 or something ridiculous, right? The way the body works is just mysterious. You just gotta remember that if you're on the right track and you know that you're in a surplus, just stick at it and just keep it going. If you're in a deficit, stick at it, keep going, keep doing your cardio. This is why most people fall off as well. Like, they don't see the results on the scale or in the mirror within like a week. And obviously in a week's time, whether you're in a surplus or a deficit, it takes a lot of willpower, it takes a lot of effort to actually go through and eat or not eat, or prepare your meals, go to sleep early, do your cardio, all of that stuff. It becomes demotivating, but you just gotta remember to trust the process, because if you're on the right track and you know you did exactly what's required of you, the gains are gonna come, all right? They might not come instantly, but they're gonna come eventually. You don't look in the mirror every single day and you're like, how my bicep grown? How my chest grown? How's my shoulders grown? How my shoulders grown from like the session yesterday? It takes ages. And yeah, fat loss is a lot faster, but you still gotta take into account the fact that it's not gonna be uber fast. Like, it's not just gonna come off like this, you know? So just stick at it, bro. I had a rest day yesterday, and I decided, I was like, do you know what? I'm running out of, do you know what? My phone has been bugging, like, because of the memory issue. I basically filled up my whole iPhone. I've got loads of iCloud storage, but it kept messing up. Essentially, I was just like, do you know what? I'm just gonna go grab a new phone. And I did. So I went to the Apple shop. I had a little Google about. I was like, which one do I get? Whatever. Had a little bit of research. I've got my old phone, by the way, iPhone 12 Pro Max. This is like my phone that I started all of my social media on, which is like. Well, I had a Samsung Galaxy that I started my social media on, but this is like my first ever iPhone, so that's really, really cool. I got that one. I'm keeping that for like just sentimental sake. And then I traded in my old phone, which is the 13 Pro Max, and I got myself a new, brand spanking new iPhone 15 Pro Max. I just get the best model because I was like, number one, it's for my work, right? So you know how it is. And number two, I think the biggest screen is just way better, mate. So when you're just like doing whatever, the bigger screen is just a lot nicer. Also, really cool thing, you turn it off. I had this on my Samsung Galaxy S20 4 years ago now. But they're always on display, you turn it off and it's on. And you can see your notifications and whatever, and it doesn't actually take that much battery. That's pretty cool. And also, this dynamic island, mental by the way, you put on like a timer. It's just handy, right? Like, it's not I say it's mental, like it's just handy. So when you put the timer on, so at the gym, whatever, you swipe up, it just stays in there. It's pretty cool. Also, this phone has the loudest speakers I ever heard. Literally, sounds like I've got a Bluetooth speaker in my pocket. Listen. Man, I hate this phone. Kiss my teeth when I hear the ringtone. Yeah, speaker's insane. Which I'm really happy about because I like to listen to like a podcast or some YouTube video every single day when I'm showering. And when I'm showering, obviously the shower's going and I can barely hear my phone. But now that I've got basically a Bluetooth speaker in my pocket, no worries at all there. I haven't been around to any shops because I asked you guys what to have for breakfast, right? Like, any alternatives. Some of you said that Aldi do turkey rashes. Like, there was multiple in the comments saying Aldi do turkey rashes, yada, yada, yada. I'm gonna have a look, all right? I'm gonna have a look because I'm gonna go shopping today probably, if not tomorrow. Somebody offered eggs, as if they're like, somebody said to have eggs. I can't have eggs. It's too high calories, mate. Even if I could have just egg whites, but they taste like, do you know what I mean? They taste awful.
Also, people say that eggs are, people are like, oh, that's only like 60 calories. Dave has like 6 eggs.
Yeah, no, I'm not having.
Because like, I would have like 2 eggs, and it's like fine, it's like a pretty low calorie thing, but like, if you're having loads of eggs, then it ends up like you're not eating.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it. This is like, one turkey rash is 30 calories, 3 times 6, 180 calories for that, and I'm sitting there, I'm creaming. Whereas I would have 3 eggs, and 3 eggs are literally just gonna go, done, dead, done, dusted, right? So eggs aren't a good choice. I had someone tell me to get some turkey. But then again, it sort of becomes like an issue, like actual turkey breast or whatever. It becomes an issue of I'm literally having savoury meats that I would have after the gym, right? I'm looking for something breakfasty. So if you have any suggestions, keep letting me know, because if I find something interesting, I'm gonna be interested. 6 turkey rashes in there. Let's get the cereal on the road. I found a new cereal because I found that I looked back on the pack and I looked at the macros, and if you look at Frosties, I know literally the other video we were literally comparing macros of cereals, but this is how it is when you're on a cut, mate. Which has more calories per 100 grams? Which has more calories per 100 grams? The super healthy cereal or the sugary cereal? The sugary cereal wins. It's got less calories, literally less calories. So per 100 grams, Special K has got 392 calories per 100 grams. Per 100 grams, Special K, Frosties have 375. So I can literally have a little bit more for the same amount of calories. And not only that, absolutely, without a question, way tastier. Like actually no cap. The cinnamon, I'm definitely gonna fancy getting the cinnamon Special K, making my own cinnamon Special K thing. But for now, I haven't had anything if I can have this every day before the gym, not only is it sweet and sugary, which is pretty sweet because that's something I don't have, but it's also easier to digest, if that makes sense. It's got less fiber and stuff, which is pretty good before the gym. Let's make that 110. Yeah, do you know what? I'm getting a little bit crazy today, mate. 110. I think I'm gonna have a really good session today because I had the rest day, and obviously my fatigue yesterday. I didn't do any cardio. I didn't do any weights. Woke up lighter today. Everything's good, mate. Today's gonna be a good day. I can feel it, and it's just a push day. The pump is gonna be insane. Getting this in. I'm gassed out of scoop of overdrive. Get a pump on. Wow. Oh, I literally love this. I love this life. Alright, that's 110 grams of Frosties. Obviously, the 6 turkey rashes in the air fryer. Let's have a little taste. Wow. Whoa! That's so sweet. I literally haven't had anything sweet in ages. Super, that sweet. Not had anything like it. I haven't cheated on my diet. I haven't had a brownie or an ice cream or anything like that. I've had fruit and stuff. But that, what I just experienced there, that sweetness, it's my palate is not used to any sort of sweetness. That tastes like it was engineered to keep you hooked, which it is. It's amazing. Wow. I'm loving it. Alright. Flavor of the day for the hydration tablets is pineapple and mango. That's what I'm deciding on today. 1.5 liters. Get me hydrated, get that bowl of cereal in. See you guys in a sec. Agenda for today. We've got a pretty scary session. I'm not gonna lie to you. Heavier bench, sets of 6 to 8, right? So the rep range isn't exactly super high, but it's up there. And I'm planning on doing 147, maybe 150 for those sets of 8. So that should be pretty challenging, right? So I'm a little bit excited. Obviously the rest day is gonna help me out with that. Hopefully everything's gonna feel good. By the way, I feel pretty hungry right now. I think that's the deficit being the deficit, but I mean, I was thinking potentially it could be the sugary cereal, because more sugary cereal is faster digested, spikes your insulin, and the insulin goes down, and then you get a little bit hungry, you get that hunger hormone popping. Either way, as soon as I take the scoop of overdrive, the hunger is gonna get absolutely deleted. If you didn't know, stimulants, pretty good way to get your hunger down to basically 0. So if you're on a diet, one way to get rid of your hunger is just a carbonated drink. That really helps, like a cold carbonated drink. Boom, your hunger should be blunted, whatever, mate. Your hunger should be, decimated a little bit. Furthermore, if you get a cold carbonated caffeinated drink, such as like a Monster or a Reign, right? I've got loads of those on hand. That gets your hunger down a lot more. But if you take a pre-workout, which has a lot of caffeine and other stuff, I'm a little bit hungry right now. This is gonna, within 15 minutes, because on an empty stomach, pre-workout hits a lot faster. Within 15 minutes, I won't even know what hunger means, mate. So, perfect. The carbs I had for breakfast, the protein I had for breakfast is pretty much digested. It's been like an hour and a bit. That's all doing its bits in my body. It's probably been stored in my muscles. Now I'm gonna bang a scoop of this, a scoop of each. That's gonna get me nice and stimulated, nice and pumped. And that's it, right? My hunger's gonna be deleted. And I'm ready to just absolutely have the best session of my life, because on an empty stomach, when you have a pre-workout, it's just the only thing your body's gonna be dealing with is the pre-workout. It's gonna get, boom, absorbed in, hit the brain, get you cracked. And then all of the carbs you had before are in your muscles. You're ready to just have a good session. It's gonna be amazing. Other than that, pretty standard push sesh. Shoulder press after the bench, chest flies, lateral raises, tricep extensions. That's basically it. Gassed about the new lowest weight-in, should be looking pretty lean. I also bought some new earphones yesterday. My earphones were breaking, so I had the Sony XM4's earphone edition, like earphone ones. My battery was really like, literally I would get to like 70% through my session, battery's dead. So I was like, I need to get some new ones. Got some new ones. I got the XM5, so the model up. I'm gonna go trade in the XM4s at CEX, probably get like £2 for them, but that's what I'm gonna do. That's the session. I'm gonna have this pre, I'm gonna sit around, I'm gonna get it nice and absorbed, I'm gonna sit there just taking it all in, and then we'll see you at the gym, all right? Let's get it. Actually, before I go, I went shopping yesterday. We went to Lakeside in, I don't know where Lakeside is. In Lakeside, mate. You know where that is, that's in the UK, Lakeside. Bought myself a fragrance. I got myself Aqua di Jour because I had the Light Blue Intense, which smells absolutely amazing. And I had a little smell of the Aqua di Jour. Basically, the only places I go is the gym. So I want something like that smells fresh, that isn't gonna make everybody sick to their stomach. A couple of sprays, bosh, 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 bosh. Aqua di Jour smells great. This smells amazing. This smells fresh. This smells fresh. The only fragrance you should have in the gym are like fresh fragrances. If you have anything that's like spicy or like, I don't know, sweet, you're an absolute nonce, mate. Don't do that to other people, all right? That's the only thing that's changed. Just get a little fragrance, little cha-cha. Anyways, let's go. Fellas, welcome to the training. Let's address a couple of things about what's going on, right? Number one thing, I wear elbow sleeves. Do they help? Yes. How much? You want me to be honest with you? Probably about 2 kilos on the bar, right? The reason why I wear them though, is because one of my elbows hurts more than the other. My left elbow is completely messed up. I broke it when I was like 9 years old. I had a complete elbow reconstruction surgery. I have rods in my arm. It's all messed up, right? Which is also why I bench a little bit wonky. And if you ever look at my bench like really intently, you'll see that it's just like one shoulder is higher than the other, and the thing because of my leverages, right? Having the elbow sleeves on keeps that elbow warm and like feeling strong. Like it adds a little bit of like oomph here, which makes it the same size as my right arm, if that makes sense. Because my right arm is quite a bit bigger than my left. But then putting the elbow sleeve on makes it feel like they're even. And obviously I put the elbow sleeve on the other arm because I don't want to make it like super uneven, if that makes sense. If I was gonna wear knee sleeves, I would wear them on both legs as well, right? Like, that makes perfect sense. Another thing, so they are like, in my opinion, for warmth and for comfort in training and like having a good time, I think elbow sleeves are really, really nice, right? I've got SBD ones, I wear a size medium, I wear them over my hoodie, and they're just quite nice. Like, they're not extremely tight, they're just there for a little bit of warmth, and it just feels really, really good. Another thing, arch. I arch quite aggressively for the same reason of the elbow issue, right? Because of my benching is so uneven, the more I arch, the more even it is. Because as I go lower, it gets more and more uneven because of this elbow. This tricep develops differently, it attaches differently, the shoulder develops differently, everything's different. So arching aggressively helps me bench properly. So I do a pretty aggressive arch. I keep my butt on the bench. If you look in the mirror there on the back, you can see it's always touching the bench. And if in a powerlifting competition, that would pass. Obviously I don't do paused bench, so it doesn't matter. And I also don't care about the rules, so like it actually doesn't mega matter. But arching aggressively and having like elbow sleeves on and everything allows me to train, number one, safely, and number two, with enjoyment. So I don't see the problem. Like loads of people comment on it, like, it's cheating and this, that, and the other. Who am I competing against? Absolutely nobody. I just enjoy that way of training. And my chest grows, my shoulders grow, my triceps grow, which is all I'm concerned about. Like, I'm concerned about improving my lifts, and I'm concerned about growing the muscles that I'm trying to grow. So, I mean, and doing that works both. Does it work a little bit more upper chest? Probably, but at the same time, like, a flat-ish bench is gonna work the whole pec. I've never struggled with upper pec development anyways. My pecs are pretty, like, I've got some pretty good upper pec genetics, if that makes sense. So my upper pecs are just fine. And as you can see here, I took them off for the shoulder press because I was like, do you know what? Use them for bench, there's no need for it on shoulder press, because the shoulder press is not like, and especially because it's a unilateral, like they're separate from each other. The fact that the elbows are different is completely fine, and I don't need that. I don't feel like I need that warmth or support anymore, because it's just not a movement that requires as much stability as the bench press, right? It's just a machine. And this shoulder press is absolutely correct. The bench press, I did 4 sets of 8, managed it all, 147. Should have done 150 to be fair, because it felt really, really easy. Then I moved on to shoulder press. I did 4 sets of 15 to 20. On my first set, I think I actually got 20 reps. And then as I went through the sets, the reps decreased, obviously, as fatigue builds up and whatever. But I stayed within the rep range of 15 to 20. And I added a little 1.25 plate on from last time, which is pretty good because it's a new movement, so I'm able to milk out gains despite being in a deficit, if that makes sense, because I'm getting used to that movement and it's like just something new. Moving on to the chest flies, I did 3 sets of 12 to 15, giving me a total of 7 sets for my chest, which should be just about enough to recover by the time I go to train chest again. Pretty high intensity, as you can see, like my sets are like, I just go to failure. Because it's a little accessory movement, it doesn't actually matter that much. If I was going to failure like that and doing partials on the bench press, that would be a whole different world of fatigue, and you don't want to be doing that per se, unless you know exactly what you're doing, right? But on like chest flies, lateral raises, bicep curls, the accessory movements, not compound movements, isolation movements, you can go pretty hard to failure, do partials, and recover in time for the next session, like most of the time, because the fatigue locally might be a little bit high, but systemically it's not going to be as high. And with a bench press, if you go to failure and partials and whatever, it's going to fry your central nervous system like crazy, and that's just going to be like, you won't even know why you feel weak the next few days, but you just will, because your central nervous system, your brain, your whole body is fried, right? But on lateral raises, banger. 4 sets of 15 to 20. Last set I did a little drop set there, as you can see. That was like, I used 15 kilo dumbbells, and then on the last set I used 10 kilo dumbbells, just really making sure that I'm like really feeling my side delt. I strap in as well to make sure that I actually am feeling the side delt a lot more. And speaking of strapping in, I was like, you know what, I strapped in for my curls, I strapped in for my lateral raises. Let me strap into the cables for tricep extensions. And I just took off all the attachments, and there's a little ball, right? I strap in above the ball, and I hold on, and then I let go almost, right? And then I'm able to just like keep my elbow by my side, real close, and just extend, and it feels amazing. So there's another thing that I figured out recently. I did 3 sets of 12 to 15 on that as well. And you can see I'm getting a lot leaner. Like my abs are coming through, my serratus is really a lot leaner, my lower back's disappearing a little bit, my chest looks a lot leaner, my shoulders and my arms, my biceps, my forearms look a lot leaner. But the abs are definitely coming in, like my waist is a whole lot tighter. Everything is just coming together, like we actually are getting quite a bit leaner. And I looked a lot fuller today as well because of the carbs yesterday and the carbs today. Really happy with this. Definitely making some big progress. Alright fellas, day like any other, gotta go do cardio. I'm actually happy to do it because I completely skipped yesterday. Obviously didn't train, didn't do any weights, didn't do any cardio. And today's session was so cracked. I literally feel just like completely happy to come and do cardio. I could do cardio for fucking 45 minutes if I needed to, which I won't because I don't need to, but 15 minutes, I'm gonna go a little bit intense just because I feel like it. Or maybe I won't, I don't know, we'll see. As soon as I start going, I'm probably gonna get really into it because for some reason, literally, I'm gonna post the video up here, but I took pre-workout. About 20 minutes later, I left the house. I was getting to the lift, literally my hands like this. Like that one day off of overdrive, came back, literally, it hit, I was like, my heart is gonna explode. My hands were shaking like this, and then as soon as I got in the gym, cracked. Anyways, cardio 15 minutes. I'll see you guys in a sec when I'm sweating, all right? Much love. Light work, that was easy. 15 minutes, YouTube video, just like that. Today is just the day to be alive, to be honest. That rest day just completely reset me. Whereas like 2 days ago, my fatigue was quite high. Literally one day, chilling out, feel completely fine. What's up? Yeah, that was really easy, really good. I need to get food at Aldi, so I'll probably see you there. I'll be a sec. I don't need a crazy amount of things. Need a few things, like I need some stuff for the burger bowl. I need some broccoli, which I'm gonna just grab a crap ton because it just buffs out meals, right? It's really easy to have. I need tomatoes, and then just a couple of bits of chicken, I think, and that'll be it. Excuse me, where are the tomatoes, lad? Where are the ones I'm having? What the hell is this? I'm gonna have to get like super expensive rich people tomatoes. I'm not happy about that, mate. Yesterday, just before bed, like what I wanted something different than potatoes or like plain rice. I found this in the back of my cupboard. I found this Mexican style rice. It was so good. Now I'm gonna grab like 3 packs because it's just under 400 calories. Obviously just carbs, there's no fat in there. It's pretty cool, just to mix up a meal with just chicken or whatever. And I'm gonna grab some plain rice as well because I need it for stir fries and whatnot. So, few of the flavoured rices, few of the unflavoured rices. Chicken. I like the fillets, by the way. The fillets taste way better than chicken breast. Chicken breast has got like a, especially from Aldi, by the way. Chicken breast from Aldi has got like a fibery, like fucky texture, but the chicken breast mini fillets don't, and the price is not that different, especially because half the time they're on like reduced. Grab the chicken mini fillets, just more enjoyable, mate. That's literally it. I just needed a little top up of like chicken and rice and stuff. That'll be enough. Probably see you at home. Love you. Back home, the meal that we're gonna cook up is number 1 ingredient: potatoes. These potatoes from Tesco or Aldi, probably Aldi. Aldi are a lot cheaper than Tesco. The Aldi ones actually taste better as well. So we've got potatoes, we have chicken, it's just somewhere in there. We've got broccoli. So basically just a really simple meal, trying to make sure that I'm like filling up on food, right? Potatoes are extremely satiating. And then banging it with like a whole pack. I'm gonna have like a whole pack of broccoli. So this is what, 200 grams of broccoli. I'm gonna steam this. I'm gonna put some salt, MSG, garlic powder, whatever, all over this stuff. It's gonna be absolutely banging. That's the meal. That should come to 200 grams of chicken, which is 200 calories. A whole pack of this, which is 178 times 2, 376. Whoa! Am I tripping? So 3. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, I messed up the calculation. Anyways, yeah, it's like 300 something calories. Leave me alone. The broccoli, this meal is going to come to 200, 300 some change, like under 600 calories. Perfect. That will set me up. I'm just going to have a little bit of carbs, get the protein in, and then that will set me up for, because I'm not going to be super hungry later on. And sorry, I am going to be super hungry later on. So this little meal, carry me over until the next meal, which is going to be probably a little bit more carby. And then, you know what I mean, this is the perfect setup. So, I'm gonna cook this up. I'll see you when it's ready. Okay. I just recorded a little TikTok, so you gotta forgive me for the, I've already touched the plate, so it's a bit unfair on you, but this is what we're having. Chicken, Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, salt, pepper, MSG, potatoes, the ones I showed you, I put in the microwave, then I fry them a bit on the pan, just to give them a little bit extra texture. Get some like a little bit fried bits, really good. Broccoli, got salt and pepper on there. Splash of MSG as well. Absolutely banging. Under 600 calories. I don't think it's better than this, to be honest. Like, in terms of like a balanced meal that's healthy as well, banging. I've got a little fake Fanta from Aldi, which are actually worth getting. So if you like Fanta, don't spend the full money. Buy this because it's literally the same thing. So good. This meal is so good. I'm gonna enjoy this meal. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. Leave it a like. We're posting daily videos. We're getting shredded. If you want to see more, then just subscribe and you will see more. Alright? In a bit.